Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be starting a new project. I have some fabric which I picked up in the new year. I say in the new year, it was over Christmas, New Year. I went to Barcelona to spend New Year's, which was really good, but we did it as a road trip, so we drove. Now, most of the places were closed over the New Year, but when we stopped in La Rochelle, that town was open. It was just after New Year's, and there was a fabric store there. There was a ToTo, which is a fabric store that you will find in France, like all over France. While I was there, I didn't intend to do any fabric shopping, but it was open and I was there and we had the car, which means I can fill it until there's nothing left to fill. I did not do that, but I did buy a few different fabrics. One of them, actually two of them, are the same, just in two colorways, and I've been thinking about what I'm going to make from this fabric ever since I bought it. It is like March now, and I've finally decided what it is that I'm going to make. Let me show you the fabric. I'll show you what I'm planning on making, and I'll also show you my choices of what I thought I might have made with it. So this is the fabric. It is gorgeous. This is actually a tapestry type fabric, so it's a brocade, and this is actually an upholstery fabric. In ToTo they have a section with all the fashion fabrics, and they have a section for like home furnishings and stuff like that, and that's where I found this. I was completely drawn to this. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look at it, so beautiful. We've got like little gold pieces in there. I also picked up a different colorway, which is this one, which is not in black and white, but where the gold is, it's kind of got like this rainbow print. Absolutely gorgeous. I saw one and then I saw the other and I couldn't decide between the two, so I just got them both. So I've been trying to decide, what am I going to make with these? I think I want to make a dress, maybe I want to make a coat, do I want to make a matching set? But it's really, really hard to visualize what that fabric will look like as these things. So what I've recently been doing, which I've actually been loving, which is using my iPad and getting on Procreate and basically putting the fabric onto the pattern that I'm thinking of and being able to visualize it. So let me show you the few different versions that I did, and then I'll show you the one that I'm actually going to do. Okay, so here we are in Procreate. So I'm just going to show you the 1, 2, 3 different designs. So this is the Luster Blazer dress by Patternmaking. Really, really cute. This is what I've decided I'm actually going to use, and you'll see here if I just turn this on, that's what it looks like with the fabric. Gorgeous. So this is a dress that is double-breasted, so you can button it up, but it also can be worn as a jacket, which is why I'm more inclined to do this, because it gets more than one use. So the next pattern that I have here that I was thinking of making in the fabric is this Nomi pattern 2065, which is Erica Bunker. Look at this backless blazer. Love it. As soon as I saw this, I was like, I have to get this. And if you'll have a look here, let me just turn it on real quick and you can have a look at what I was thinking. So this is what it would look like if I used the black and white and gold one. I think it looks really, really good. Yeah, love it so much. I'm very tempted, but with this, I mean, I do get the trousers and the top. I think I would wear the trousers less, which is why I'm still more inclined to do the blazer dress. And the final one that I was thinking of using, and I used the other example, is this Corey dress by Help Us Sew, which is one of the Russian sewing companies. This dress is gorgeous, gorgeous. This is what the, let me just turn that off. That's what the dress looks like normally. And then with the layers on, and I created all these clipping masks. That's what it would look like as a dress. I actually really, really like this one, but I still kind of want it to have more than one version. Again, I've got two colors. So this is the rainbow version, so we could still do it in this rainbow color. But for the black and white, I think we are gonna go with this version here. So I've already got the PDF pattern for this, so all I need to do now is get it cut out and then we can start getting it together. So I've just spent the last hour cutting out the majority of it. I'm nearly done, but instead of cutting things on the fold, I've had to cut things individually just to make sure that the pattern runs straight. There's lots of different things, but it is a repeat pattern. So in order to make it look visually good, I've been having to place each bit individually. I've already done a few different adjustments for my hip and a little bit for my bust area. So I think it's going to be okay. I haven't tried it out. Very risky, I know, but you know me, you know how I roll. We are all cut out. I've not cut out the lining just yet because I need to interface all of this, and then I think I might baste it together just to see how it's fitting. And once we got the right fit, then I know we can cut out the lining. These are the scraps that I have left. There are some large bits, some small bits. I'm thinking, what am I going to do with them? I'm thinking shoes. I'm thinking a pair of shoes. I don't think I'll be able to fit boots because there's not a large enough piece, but maybe a really nice pair of mules, ballet flats, something like that. So I'm going to keep this. We're going to make this today, but at some point I will make a video making the matching shoes. So yesterday I cut out the pattern. Today we are going to sew it up. I don't actually have much time. I say that I have all the time in the world, but I do have an idea of when I want to wear this, and it's going to be next Saturday. Today is Thursday, so in a week and 2 days from now. The only reason why I don't have much time is because this Saturday, 2 days from now, I'm going away for a week. So I've got 2 days basically to make this. It's not the end of the world if I don't finish. It would just be nice to wear it to the dinner that I'm going to, but if not, I'm not stressing myself out. But I do have like a small goal. If it doesn't work, it's fine. So we're gonna try and sew as much as we can today, Thursday and Friday, and a little bit on Saturday morning. And if it's ready, then amazing. And if it's not, then I'm not gonna kill myself about it. Just when I get back on Saturday, I'll just keep continuing until dinner, and then just finish it or wear it. Like, those are the only two choices. So the Luster Blazer pattern comes with a video, which is great. I watched it, and it's very, very detailed, which is great because that means I have to do barely any thinking. Wonderful. So I've already watched that, and I've read through the instructions, and we're just gonna follow everything through. This fabric, because it is a brocade, it frays a lot. So I'm going to use my new serger and cover stitch machine to kind of overlock all of the pattern pieces so that it's not fraying while I'm sewing, because already there is thread everywhere. So for those of you that have been following on Instagram, you will know that recently I became a Pfaff brand ambassador, and I was loaned one of their machines to use and see what it's like. I chose the Admire Air 7000, which is a cover stitch machine and an overlocker. Now, you already know I have an overlocker and I already have a cover stitch. They're two separate machines. This one combines both of them, and there are 26 different stitches on there. So I have been having a little bit of a time like learning everything, but it means that not only is there more space on my table because all my machines are up there now, it works really, really well with my current sewing machine, which I have, which is the Creative Icon, which is also a Pfaff. So it's kind of like a dream team combination together. Very happy about that. So we're going to use that to overlock all the edges on all of these pieces here, and then we can start putting it together on the Creative Icon. So yeah, let's get to it. So we have a front panel piece done. with a pocket flap. We have 2. And now we are putting the back together. It's been like 3-4 hours and I've got the main body of the dress done. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like, because now is the time that we need to be doing the fitting. Go like that, and that is gonna go. You know what? This is quite cute. So this is currently what it's looking like. Obviously, I think it will fit a little bit better because I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and this is meant to be like a fitted dress. And we still need to do arms and lining, but this is kind of roundabout how it looks. It fits fine across my bust, and it's great across my waist. Yeah, that's actually really, really nice. And then there's obviously going to be a belt right here, so I'm really happy with the fit. It worked out. Whew. All right, sleeves are going in. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. End of the day, we've got the sleeves in with sleeve head, the top collar on. I've pinned it just to see how it is looking. Looks pretty good. So tomorrow we're going to work on the lining and the inside and facing and the belt. Nice. I'm going to bed. Okay, so it's the next day. We have our outer shell. Now we're going to work on the facing and the lining. We've got the top part of the collar in, so I don't need to worry about that. We just need to get all of this lovely inside business done. So I'm hoping I'll actually get it finished today. When you follow along with the video and also the instructions, everything is actually quite clear. So I was able to get it together pretty quickly. So I hope to be done by like early afternoon. Lovely. I might actually be able to wear it next week. Woohoo! We have one lining section, and then we're gonna now attach it to the main part of the dress. And once that's all attached through the arms and the bottom, all that's left to do is to add the buttons and make the belt. And it's still morning. We might get this done today. Back a day early. It rained so hard in the Lake District. We were basically swimming everywhere. So we decided to come back a day early, which means I can finish this. So we are pretty much almost done. I showed you what it looked like on mannequin. I will show you here. Oh, get it on. What it looks like on. Now, bear in mind, I did eat my weight in pie. So I'm a little inflamed, but it still fits really, really nicely. So this is what it's looking like. I just need to hem the bottom and add the buttons, and then we can work on the belt and we're done. So I'm going to do that today, and then I have to immediately get started on another project because my planning is terrible. So let's get this finished. Okay, so she is hemmed and looking gorgeous. So she's all hemmed up, and all we need to do now is put the buttons and the buttonholes on. Now, I don't know if any of you are like me, but when it comes to doing buttons, this is usually where I would give up in a project and be like, good enough. My experience with my button maker is that I'll do 10 practices, it'll be perfect, and as soon as I go on this, messes up. So luckily I only need to make 3 buttonholes, so we'll see how this goes. And then we need to kind of put buttons like here, here, and here, button here, here, and here, because it's double-breasted. And then it will be finished. But before I get into that palaver, let's make the belt. This is the belt at the moment. It's a quilted belt, so I've got a piece of thin insulate in there, and it's just smaller. It's within the seam allowance. I'm going to baste this on. Then we are going to sew it shut with a gap in the middle, and then pull it through and then quilt over the top. So that seems pretty straightforward. Then I need to either use a normal buckle or a covered buckle. I need to check in my buckle collection to see if I have a covered buckle set. If I do, we will do that. So let's get it done. I've done a couple of tests. I did it on doubled up fabrics, so that's 1, 2, 3 layers, which is what this is. And I've decided on, I think it was this one. No, I decided on this one here. So now we're going to try it, and hopefully I won't mess it up. So I mean, wish me luck, right? Wish me luck. I'm just gonna go nice and slow. Hopefully it will work. Right, moment of truth. Let's go. Not terrible. Not terrible. The buttonholes are in and they don't seem terrible. We've got 1 here, 2 here, and 3 here. For the most part, they kind of blend in. So even if there was a humongous mistake, I can't see it. So that's fantastic. These are so that these can go in. These are going to be the backing buttons on the inside, so it closes on the inside. The only thing is, I thought I had snap buttons for the front, and it turns out I don't. So that is literally the only thing I have to do left. Put on the snap buttons. So I'm going to go get some tomorrow because it is evening now, and then it will be finally finished. So the belt has also been made. As you can see here, it's been quilted. It's actually quite thick and is actually struggling to go through the buckle. Now, I did the buckle with my little buckle kit. Love it. But I'm not sure if I'm going to have them together. I'll still decide on that. So instead of showing you me sewing on buttons, the next time you see me, I will be wearing this and I'll show you what it looks like on as a dress with shoes. Not the shoes that I've made, because I haven't made any shoes yet, but like, so you get an idea of what I'll look like if I'm wearing this out.